What's up, everyone? New rotation of Hydra. I actually did this video the other day when I did my 3 keys to hopefully show you guys some ideas of teams that you can use or champs that you can use. And for some reason, the recording got corrupt and it didn't actually save. So I had to wait a couple of days. We just reset, but we're going to go through this run again. Same teams that I ran before. So team here, we have Blind Seers really there for the block debuffs, but mainly the shield when we get one big nuke on us, and then the AoE revive. Grip Tuck is in there for the increased damage, the block buffs, and then the added heals. Leo, and then I got 4 DDs, basically. One will burn. The other one, Herndig actually does a ton of damage, surprisingly. This is my weaker Shalad, who is really only there for the leech, which will help the rest of the team stay alive. Again, my goal here is anything over 6.5 mil, and then and we go from there. So let's go through a run here, and the goal here is, because it's normal, let's try to dish as much damage as we possibly can dish before we all wipe virtually. Okay, so here we are. We're going to just put some burns up. And then what we're going to do now is, because we missed a couple burns, I'm going to start to focus on single target damage here. In the hopes that this head's going to self-cleanse. And then, yep, there we go. And then we're going to get the poison cloud out. But I already got my burns up. They haven't been cleansed. So 2 of these 4 heads are we can attack with our AoE damage or single target damage. And then we can also place the block on these 2. Actually, we got them on 3 of the 4, which is great. Ideally, we wanted it on that head, but they can't spread these buffs. All right, we're still got this AoE cleanse that's coming, so we just got to be mindful of that. All we're going to do is I'm going to go through this run, and we'll catch you towards the end of this run, just to see how a team like this does. Again, it's 4 damage dealers, really 2 supports, and we're just going to try to do as much damage as we can, as quick as we can. I don't necessarily care to stay alive the longest here. We just want to do as much damage as we can. So we'll catch you all towards the end. All right, so there you have it. 10.5 mil, pretty darn good if you think about it. I did get a little bit lucky. The cleansing head disappeared. I got the fear head instead. So I did lose out on some of the damage, but I didn't actually get any of my buffs cleansed once that head disappeared, which was great. Buff stealing came back. We did lose Poison Cloud for the one that just destroys you. And quite frankly, I I don't think it really matters. Head of Torment, Head of Mischief, Head of whatever. People know them as the head that destroys you, the head that fears you, the head that puts up ally protect, the head that buff steals you, the head that puts out poison cloud, or the head that cleanses. Really, that's what they do, right? So, but there you have it. I mean, Blind Seer picked up the team a couple of times, put up some shields, which was helpful. Gerptuck was in there for the blocks and the added heals, especially when heal came out. Sorry, fear. We were able to cleanse that fear off on single targets. Leo, Herndeg, Shalad virtually all did the same amount of damage. The only reason Ignatius did more was mainly because of the burns. 10 mil alone was just these 4 DDs. All I need is 6, right? So could this have lasted longer? Yeah. Could I have replaced a DD? Maybe like a Leo I could have pulled out. But again, 4 AoE damage dealers, no matter which head got eaten, whichever had eaten my champs, I was able to basically easily get them out. Timing that burn was perfectly so that when that poison cloud came out, as you saw at the beginning, a little bit of strategy there, get a single target burnout and then single target so that we do the single cleanse first. And then we can do the AoE cleanse after. Load up on the debuffs, recycle up, but at least you've negated that poison cloud for the first couple of turns. But there you go. Pretty successful run. Damage dealers, cleansing, buffing, AoE reviving. Let's move on to hard and get a key in there. Okay, so here's my next team. We actually got 2 burners here. Geomancer is going to probably, if we get lucky with some RNG, Geo is going to probably do close to 6-7 mil alone. Remember, this is hard, so we're going to have to try to aim for about 10 mil as best as we can. 10 plus mil. Duchess is in there again to just pick up the team for buffs and stay alive as best as we can. Ugo's in there for some cleansing, some healing, and the block buffs. Silva Drakes is in there for the passive heals, an AoE nuke if we need it, but mainly that A1 slow. We want to get that slow out on the cleansing head right away so that we can switch the turn of them. My +3 Shalad is going to do some pretty darn good damage. Drex is going to make sure that the burns stay on everybody at all times when he gets hit. And then Geo's going to place those burns, and I'm going to strategically place Geo's burns when a champion gets eaten. I don't have as much AoE damage that I could pull it out. I have three supports here and 1 weak damage dealer. So I need to be strategic in when I do it, and I also have to watch out for the cleanse. So let's do this run and see where it takes us. Again, what you want to do is on this head of decay, make sure that we are getting that slow out right away. Okay, so we need to get that increased speed up. And we missed it. At this point, we're just going to keep resetting until I get that slow on that head, which will allow the head of Blight, the Poison Cloud head, to go before cleanse. So what we are going to do is put out the block buffs once the slow comes out. Head of the Poison Cloud is going to go out and get blocked, and then we're going to cleanse it off. But at least we're going to have a full round with nothing. So we're just going to keep resetting until that cycle happens. It might take a few times, but it's going to help you 100% of the time. It will help you to just take these 2 out of turn. Switch the order around. All right. So we'll catch you towards the end of this video. All right, so there you have it. As you could see, it took me probably 4, 5, 6 tries at this. I was pretty much wiping at 3, 4, 5 mil. I think was the highest I got. It's just a matter of you keep trying, and eventually you're going to get a good enough RNG in order to get the right champs to get eaten with the right head to eat it so that you can actually get it out. And, you know, in this case, Geomancer, I couldn't get out when he got eaten. It was totally up to Shalad and Drex to get the damage out, the burns and that sort of thing. Geo, ideally, you know, as you see, 4 mil, and he was the first one to kind of disappear off the team. What you want to do, again, Seal of the Drakes is just there for the decreased speed, a little bit of heals, backup revive, that sort of thing. Duchess was in there for AoE revive, AoE buffs. Drex, again, same thing, was burn. Every time he got hit, he was putting out burn. So there was constant burns out. Ugo, cleansing, healing, and the blocks was very important. So, and then of course Shalad started the show here with the AoE damage. So here we have it, 16.16 mil. You know, I was struggling to get 5, and the right RNG with the right heads disappearing at the right time, and here we are, almost 1 king hard, which is pretty darn good. All I need is another just over 4 mil, which easily can be done on my other key. Very easily to be done. I feel like the other key I could probably easily get 10 mil or so in addition to. So there you have it. Hopefully that helps you kind of get an idea of what you would need. If you notice, I actually have 2 full Geomancers built. And here's my last Geomancer. So with my last key, I did have Madame Ceres in there, but I figured Ryan has a backup revive. Ceres doesn't. The A1 has a block buffs, whereas Kimmy only has the block buffs if she can steal a buff, right? So there's a condition on Kimmy's, but For Ryan, it's just constant A1 buff, block buffs, A1 block buffs. And then, of course, has a buff strip with a weaken. So 3 things that are very helpful for Hydra. Sifi's in there. Again, increased speed, block, increased shield, and then a little bit of healing. And the revive. Demitha's in there for blocks, for the extension of buffs, and for the revive, for the cleanse as well. And Ninja and Geo will be the stars of the show. A team like this, you really need to be careful because Ninja can override Geo's burns. So you just got to be wary of when you're going to use the burns and that sort of thing. So a case like this here, we're going to try to single target. We're going to try to really get that first head to a single target cleanse, and at least Ryan can go once or twice to get some blocks out, so that at least we can start targeting a certain head. And then, of course, Geomancer will go in there with the burn, and that all negates the Poison Cloud. So that will be the last key. All right, so got a little unlucky there. Lady Kimmy got eaten and I couldn't get her out, which basically caused the rest of the team to wipe. I missed my burn on Geomancer, so I put out the burn and then Kimmy got eaten. Totally missed that timing. Otherwise, I should have delayed the burn on Geomancer by one more turn, probably would have got Kimmy out, and we would have continued on. I also got the head of I'm going to destroy you, and pretty much wiped the team very easily. So, but again, I only really needed 4 mil. I got 7.8. Could I have restarted it and tried again? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, you know, as you could see, Sifi's done a lot of healing here. 650,000 healing. Same with Demitha, about 1 million heals. Kimmy was there for again, the increased accuracy, the increased speed, the stripping. Same with Ryan, the added revive on the 2 of them, and then Ninja and Geo putting out, you know, bulk of the damage with the burns. So there you have it. Ninja actually does a ton of damage when a head is dead. There's only a few champions I found that actually do decent damage with a dead head. Some of the damage dealers I've found, for some reason, just don't do as much damage as others with the same dead head. So, but there you go. You know, some ideas. You do need something to block buffs. You do need someone to steal. You do need someone to, you know, ideally some cleansing in there, some healing in there. And this is the way, a nice, well-rounded team that's going to get you to the end. All right. Hopefully that helped. Good luck. You got, 3 more weeks of this? We'll catch you on the next video.